I stared straight into his eyes and asked again, "Do you remember my mother?" People in the church began whispering. The pastor forced a nervous smile. "I don't know what you're talking about, my child." But before he could say another word, a voice spoke from the back of the church. "Then maybe you remember me." Everyone turned around. Standing at the door was my mother. The woman everyone believed was my sister. Her hands were shaking, but her eyes were strong. For years she had hidden the truth, but not anymore. She slowly walked down the aisle. The entire church watched in silence. When she reached the altar, she looked straight at the pastor and said, "You destroyed my life and threatened me to stay silent." Gasps filled the church. The pastor tried to interrupt, but this time, she refused to be quiet. "For 17 years I carried this pain alone." She pointed at me. "And that child you pretend to bless every Sunday is your daughter." The church exploded with shock. People began murmuring. Some stood up in disbelief. Others stared at the pastor in horror. The man who preached about righteousness had been hiding a terrible sin. The pastor tried to defend himself, but his voice trembled. And in that moment, the truth finally set us free. For the first time in my life, my mother looked at me without hatred, without anger, only tears. She held my hands and whispered, "I'm sorry for blaming you for my pain." And that day, I didn't just discover the truth about my father. I finally gained the mother I never had. Sometimes the truth destroys lies, but it also heals the wounds they created.